So now the mechanism of the viral infection. After the viral infection, how the virus propagates inside the host. These days, most of the time, we are always talking the human beings, or we are talking about the viral infection in the environment. So this will be the very interesting that how the virus which is inside the body and how they will act and what are the reactions, how we can evade them, what is the mechanism from which way we can evade that virus. So there are three basic requirements for the virus to propagate to be successful. First of all, there will be the sufficient virus available to initiate the infection. The number of the virus is very important. There should be the sufficient viruses which are present. Sometimes the virus is not enough, sometimes the infecting material is not enough to even initiate an infection. So the sufficient amount of the virus should be present in the environment or to initiate, to start, to stimulate an infection. Cells at the site of infection must be accessible, susceptible, and allow the virus to enter. Of course, most importantly, the cells which are interacting, the specific cells which are interacting with the virus, they should be susceptible, they should be weak enough, they should be maybe absent or maybe weak enough that the virus should enter inside the body and cause the infection. The third one is the defense system, the immune system of the host. The host antiviral defense system must be ineffective or absent. There are many ways for those many ways for them for the immune system which will be very low or which will be ineffective or absent. There are the stress conditions. Sometimes there is a bacterial infection and immune system is busy to handle the bacterial infection and virus can be infect itself. Sometimes there are also tiredness or the other reasons for them for the host. Because of it, the immune system is not interacting as it should interact normally against the virus. So for these three mechanisms, the virus need to be successful for its mechanism inside the host to cause an infection or to cause the death. Local replication and the local spread. This is also very important as far as the mechanism of the virus is concerned. Local replication and spread of the virus follows the implantation. Implantation of the virus contact with the cell wall or virus contact with the host and then implant itself inside the body, enter inside attachment and the entry of the virus, then implant itself to use the host machinery. Replicated virus disperse to neighboring extracellular fluids. After the entry, then the virus use the host machinery and replicate itself. Then it will take hold to the neighboring fluids and the cells. Then the spread occurs to the neighboring cells being infected or the virus will be released. Virus is capable of infecting the neighboring cells also or it will be released from the extracellular fluid. Replication. The invading virus must reproduce itself in the large number. Of course, after the virus has been taken the control of the machinery, then it will be replicated and it should be replicate itself to a large number to take the total hold of the host or to take the advantages of the host. It usually does it intracellularly and then the virus may be disseminated inside different body fluids or inside different organs just like the nerves. The spread of the virus through the nerves is less common as compared to the bloodstream. There are however some of the diseases in which the virus only serves as the only disseminated in the nerves and cause the disease in the nervous system. So dispersal of the virus. The replicated viruses must spread to the target organs, the disease sites throughout the body. The most common route of the spread from the portal of entry is the circulatory system and the lymphatic system. Viruses can access the target organs from the blood capillaries by the multiplying inside the endothelial cells and then they will be moving towards the gaps and by being carried inside the organs or the leukocytes. This is very important part for the dispersal of the viruses to different body fluids in the body. And most of the time some of the viruses they can also disseminate through the nerves. Just like we already know a very important virus, its name is rabies. It is caused by the dog bite or by the bite from the similar organism, from similar animals. And then the polio viruses, of course, it is causing the muscle twitching and they are also causing the harm of the nervous system. And then the herpes viruses. So these viruses are dispersed through the nerves and the other viruses they are dispersed through the bloodstream or the leukocytes or other ways of the dispersal are also present for the depending on the different kind of the viruses. After there is a dispersal, the virus has to shed itself. The viruses must spread to the sites where shedding the environment can occur. The respiratory, the shedding, for the shedding point of view, there are some different organs or different tracts are important. The respiratory tract, the alimentary tract, the urogenital tracts and blood are the most frequent sites for the shedding of the viruses.